What up, YouTube? What's going on? What's popping? This is Draw Y'all back with another video. Y'all see the title of the video. This is very controversial, quote unquote controversial topic. I really don't want to make it too lengthy because I really don't think it is necessary. I really think it's pretty straightforward and a lot of things. Now, sometimes I think we put a lot of emotion into this because of how we were raised and some of the things that we've been programmed with from the Christian church. And first, I just want to say that, when I do these Bible studies or I have these biblical conversations on this channel, I'm not really coming from a Christian, quote unquote, Christian perspective. I'm really coming from a biblical perspective. I'm coming from a truthful perspective. That's why sometimes some things I say, they may not come off as agreeable at times because the Bible really does when it says the Bible is like a two-edged sword, that's very literal, man. It really cuts into a lot of our thoughts and a lot of our thinking, our processes, and it doesn't naturally fit in what we think is the right thing because by nature we're carnal, we're fleshly beings, so we think from a two-dimensional perspective. The Bible really speaks from a third dimensional, really a fourth dimensional perspective because it comes from the Most High. So we have to elevate our mentality when it comes to certain um, ordinances and sayings and writings in the scriptures. So that goes into this topic right now about salvation. We have to see it from the Most High's perspective and not just from our perspective and what we want to be true. So, one thing about Christianity is that, you just have to see it as, it's an organization of over 1 billion followers. And whenever you see an organization with over that many people, you have to understand that that religion can't be correct because Christianity or Islam or Judaism, etc., all these religions that have millions up to the billions of people of members in that organization, it can't be correct because anything that comes from the Most High, anything that comes from God, is never going to be that popular. Man is always going to be popular, but the Most High, he's never going to be that popular. And of course, the Most High doesn't preside over religion. He presides over laws, statutes, commandments, and ordinances. So when people try to read this verse right here, like John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Now we have to always read the Bible in context, right? Because people, especially in the Christian church, they like to take these scriptures out of context. But when you read it in context, you see that Christ was speaking about a particular group of people. Paul was speaking, and he was writing to a particular group of people and particular groups of people. John, Peter, James, and all the prophets. So you can read the Bible for a certain level of edification and knowledge, but the Bible is only written for a particular person or a particular group of people. Very similar to if let's say you're having a wedding ceremony and you have invitations that you misplace, and strangers find the invitations and they come to your wedding. I would think that you're not going to invite them in because you don't know them. They're not invited into the intimate part of the ceremony because you never met them, you never invited them. Now, if they come in with the original guests you invited, of course they can come in as guests, but there's a place for the strangers and the guests. They're not part of the intimate celebration or the intimate photos that you take with your family. you know in the same way, with the scriptures, uh there's a place for the strangers in regards to their place in the kingdom, just as there's a place for the original invitees or the original family. But everyone nowadays is reading that invitation and trying to act like it's about them. And that's what, a lot of the confusion is being brought out. But, that's what the separation is about. We're in the times where a great separation is coming out where people are beginning to understand truth and, people are being forced to make decisions that they never thought they would have to make before. People are going to lose their jobs or leave their jobs or leave their churches or leave their mosque or leave their temples or leave their synagogues because they're going to be forced to choose or make decisions that were difficult for them to make before. But people are being forced to make these now in these days. And that's a beautiful thing because now the people of truth or the children of truth are being made manifest. And that's how we're going to know who the scriptures are applying to or who they're about. So we just have to do our best to walk circumspectly and hopefully we make the right decisions. So that's all I got, man. Peace.